So dear students, we have uploaded the video on consumers equilibrium in case of single commodity. Now I hope that you have understood the same well, and I would request you people to subscribe the channel and share the same with as many students you can. Now today the topic which we are going to discuss is the consumers equilibrium in case of two commodities. It is also called the law of equimarginal utility or the law of substitution or law of maximum satisfaction or the Gauss's second law. Now here you must remember that suppose we assume that a consumer spends his given money income on the purchase of any two commodities, say X and Y. So here we are taking that the consumer is spending his given money income on the purchase of commodity X and commodity Y. Further, we are assuming that the consumer is a rational consumer. That means he wants to maximize his total satisfaction. यानी यहाँ पे कंज्यूमर को हम लोग रैशनल कंज्यूमर मान ले रहे हैं, यानी उसका उद्देश्य होता है अपने सेटिस्फैक्शन को मैक्सिमाइज करना. So what we find, the consumer is said to be at equilibrium or is said to have maximized his total satisfaction when he allocates his given money income on the purchase of two commodities, say X and Y, in such a manner that the utility derived from a last rupee spent on each commodity is equal. तो यहाँ पे हम लोग क्या कहना चाह रहे हैं कि एक कंज्यूमर उस लेवल पर टोटल सेटिस्फैक्शन को मैक्सिमाइज करता है जब वो अपना गिवन मनी इनकम दोनों कमोडिटीज के परचेजेस पर इस तरह से खर्च करता है जिससे कि जो यूटिलिटी या सेटिस्फैक्शन उसे लास्ट रुपी स्पेंड करने पर मिलता है वो एक दूसरे के बराबर होता है. So now we are assuming that suppose the utility of a rupee spent on a commodity is equal to utility of a rupee spent on a commodity is obtained by dividing the marginal utility by its price, dividing the marginal utility by its price. That is MUM, marginal utility of money, is equal to MU by price. So the ratio of marginal utility to price gives you what? The utility of a rupee spent on a commodity. Now as we have assumed that the consumer spends his given money income on the purchase of two commodities X and Y. So the marginal utility of a rupee spent on commodity X will be given by MUX by PX, and the marginal utility of a rupee spent on commodity Y will be equal to MUY by PY. So at equilibrium, that means when the consumer attains equilibrium, at that level MUX will be equal to MUY by PY. That means MUX is equal to MUX by PX is equal to MUY by PY is equal to marginal utility of money. So in the given diagram we find that MUX by PX curve and MUY by PY curve are downward sloping, and the two curves has intersected at point E, at which the consumer is spending his given money income on the purchase of two commodities in such a manner that marginal utility of X by PX is equal to marginal utility of Y by PY, and he is spending OXM amount of money on purchase of X and OYM amount of money on purchase of Y and is said to be at equilibrium. Now remember, MUX by PX is greater than MUY by PY. MUX by PX is greater than MUY by PY. It means that the utility which the consumer is getting from spending a rupee on purchase of X is greater than the utility derived from the money spent on purchase of Y. So therefore he will increase the consumption of X till he reaches equilibrium. See, if we take QX M1 amount of money being spent on purchase of X, then what we find that MUX by PX is greater than MUY by PY by AB amount. So what he will do, in order to maximize his total satisfaction, he will increase the consumption of X and he will move on to the state of equilibrium where MUX by PX is equal to MUY by PY. Now on the other hand, if MUY by PY is greater than MUX by PX, it means that the consumer is getting more satisfaction from the consumption of Y than that of X. That means utility derived from rupee spent on commodity Y is more than the utility derived from a rupee spent on Y. So in that case he will increase the consumption of Y till he reaches equilibrium, where the total spending on commodity X is equal to the total amount of money spent on Y. Now you must remember here that at this position, when the consumer is at equilibrium, he does not have the tendency to substitute the same by the other commodity.